Hey guys,
Hey guys,
we're the Dorkeries.
We're the Dorkeries.
And today, we're in a very special place, and I'm going to tell you in just a second, but I wanted to give a little background.
Okay, so we spent the weekend in Knoxville,
Tennessee.
for Easter, to
Went to get our
celebrate
car.
Easter. Yeah, and we're driving our car home, so it's the last time we'll be driving from Tennessee to Florida. But we want to fly from now on because we're over it.
But I got through Atlanta traffic.
Yeah.
Like super quick. You know, because I'm in my fixed super car now. And you were dead asleep, and I was
in my
like,
pajamas with no makeup on,
I
might say.
We're spontaneous. We have no quotas in life. We don't have no job to get back to, anything like that. So I'm like, you know what?
I wake up. Here's the thing. I wake up slamming on the brakes. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? And he's like, look at the GPS. And he shows me where we're stopping, which is
Nick and Norman's.
in
In
Norman's.
Genoa, Georgia.
AKA Woodbury.
So if you're looking behind you, guys, this is freaking Woodbury. I'm going to show you more in a second, but that's the water tower. from
so
Woodbury.
I changed clothes in the car and put on some makeup, and now we're here and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, so we're going to go check out. There's not much left. Obviously, it's been several years since they filmed here. But there's a few things left. So we're going to check it out. But we're going to spend the day in Governor's Territory eating at Norman's restaurant. Nicotero and Norman's restaurant.
It's the dork in me that was like, oh, what if he's here today? As if he runs the restaurant. But
like he's always like he's not filming somewhere. But I'm excited. We're in friggin' Woodbury. Let's go. So this is the streets. Like, this is the streets. This is where everything was filmed for Woodbury.
For me, I just keep going. Somebody was murdered right there in Woodbury.
It's a beautiful little town. So right now we're going to go walk and see what's left of Alexandria. Which I think is just like all like residences now.
In Norman's. Apparently there are 4 locations, and we're at the Genoa location. It says, as artists, we are passionate about creating special moments. Beyond the screen, we recognize that this often happens while enjoying a great meal in the company of family and friends. When the opportunity came to open a casual-themed restaurant brand, we knew it was a natural extension of our passion. We hope to capture a few of those special moments here. Thanks for joining us on this journey we call Nick and Norman. Sincerely, Greg Nicotero and Norman Reedus. And the whole place is filled with some of their artwork. I love this. From The Shining, and then they have photoshopped Walking Dead characters' faces on them, which is hilarious. It is giving Michael Scott, right? It's giving Michael Scott.
Oh, like
The Photoshop. Yeah. So I say characters and not actors because, as you can clearly see there, you've got Michonne and you've got the governor. You got Daryl back there. They're in there. Oh, there you got Carl. So it's not the actors. It is the Walking Dead characters in their costumes photoshopped onto the Shining photo.
We've met many of them. We've shared elevators, hugs.
So if you remember, at the last Comic-Con, do you remember I was chasing Greg Nicotero around the floor?
Yeah.
Because I saw him and I was trying to figure out what booth he went to and I couldn't find him.
That's me and my buddies.
I love these guys. These were some of the nicest people I've ever met.
He hugged me. I didn't even ask for a hug. He just hugged me.
Well, you know what was so special about that moment is that I asked him would he take a photo, and he refused to take a photo without first meeting. Like, he was like, I was like, hey, are you Seth from The Walking Dead? And he was like, I am. Who are you? And I was like, well, I was just wondering if you would take a photo. Yeah. He was like, I will. But first, like tell me about yourself. Yeah, he was like, what's your name? I appreciate. And it was really cool because like an hour later, we were getting on the elevator to leave the party, and he was on the elevator, and I was like, hi guys, and he was like, hey Farrah, and I was like, that's just really special.
This is that moment, and And Norman was there too, but we missed him.
It's special, but it also it's also a thing for them where they want to be treated like people and not products. Absolutely. And sometimes we do have to be reminded of that. And so I appreciated that, and it also made the moment a lot more special. So we've ordered the pickle fries as a starter. Drew ordered a burger, and I ordered a salad.
It's so much healthier than I am.
I'm not healthier. That's why my body was screaming at me, you need a salad. Because, sometimes you get tired and your body's like, hey, refuel. I knew when Drew woke me up out of my nap that one of the first things I needed to do is check out the merch section at Nick and Norman's because my hair...
You didn't know there would be one.
I assumed there would be one, so that was my goal. It almost annoyed Drew because he was trying to get a table, and I was like, hold on, can I buy a hat? To the hostess, and she was like, yeah, but you can't have your table till you pay for your hat. So the reason I'm saying that is because I wanted to look at the logo because I think that's so cool. So it's Nick and Norman's, but you've got the paintbrush because you've got Greg Nicotero's artwork. Obviously, he did so much of the makeup from The Walking Dead, but then you've got the arrow from Daryl, and I think that's so cool. Daryl's arrow and Greg's paintbrush. Our pickles are here.
Yes, these are the kind of fried pickles I like. Like, a lot of people will do chips.
Here's the thing. I have an overbite, and I find it really hard to bite into a fried pickle spear. It's really embarrassing, because when I bite it, the whole thing comes out of my mouth. But I still prefer them over the pickle chips. For whatever reason, they taste better to me. I think because you get so much of the juice, still when it's still in spear form.
Yeah.
So even though this is going to be embarrassing and half of it's going to fall out of my mouth because of my overbite, this is the way to eat them. And you're not about to watch me eat this because it is flaming hot.
All right, I do have to say, these fried pickles are pretty spot on. So if you do make it to Nick and Norman's, make sure you come here and order the fried pickles.
They call these pickle fries because they've actually sliced them.
Yeah.
So they're actually a little bit easier for
me to eat. That's not my hand, by the way.
This is my hand. It's a little bit easier to eat for me. It's not as hard to bite into.
All right, so what would you give it grade-wise? Yeah, the fried pickle.
10 out of 10.
I said grade.
So, grade?
Yeah. A? It's an A. Or it's a 10.
A plus.
I give it a 10.
All right, I've got the superfood salad. It said 7 superfoods, feta cheese, and avocado. And then
burger.
Oh my gosh, it's got the logo on it. Can I take this out?
Thanks so much.
That's so cool.
It's pretty neat, isn't it?
It is.
So cool.
I love that logo on the top. And then these, they're almost potato chips, but they're not. They're thick potatoes. They're just shaped like potato chips. That's so cool.
Because I feel like you need to look at the inside of the burger too. So it's got it's called Nick and Norman sauce. It is so good, and it is perfectly cooked. I haven't tried this yet. What do you think, ketchup or ranch?
I think you got to do ketchup first.
No, ketchup first. That's good. That's good. I ordered well. No regrets here.
I don't have any regrets either because even though this is a salad, I can already tell I'm getting kale and a bunch of other different flavors, and the vinaigrette on it is really pleasant as well. I'm having fun looking at the original Shining artwork and looking at this one, and you can see that some of the original people are still left in if you look behind the governor. But also it's really funny to think right here with Norman Reedus that those are Jack Nicholson's hands. If you look, I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I'm going so fast, but so right here, if you look at Jack Nicholson, those are his hands, right? So you've got, give it a second.
I went to the little White House in Georgia.
Norman Reedus. Those are actually Jack Nicholson's hands. And And where Greg Nicotera is, right there behind him, in between Daryl and Carol, there's nobody. I'm going to go down. It's going to take me just a second to focus in, but there's no one actually in between. So you get, here's where Daryl is, and here's where Carol is, and they've put Greg Nicotera right there in between. That's fun.
Yeah, it was still weird.
I love this artwork. Greg with all of his artwork. Look at the Walker's t-shirt.
Here's a little bit of their merch section. They have 4 shirts and a hoodie. And then hats, which Miss Farrah got. And then shot glasses and regular glasses and coffee mugs. Very nice.
Okay, also, I wanted to show this because I wanted to look at a little bit more of what Greg Nicotera has done.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't even begin to say. So it would literally take so much research just to be like, he did this, he did this, he did this. Because it goes on forever. But this is most recent, but I mean it goes so far.
What a legend.
This is one of the I live on IMDb, and this is one of the longest credit sheets of all of the different things that he's worked on. I would say most relevantly, one of the things that I saw is that in the Dune TV series, he worked on that.
Oh, really? There was a Dune TV series?
Yeah, it looks like
Love
it's
that
early
sign.
2000s, I think.
Let's go explore.
But there's so much in here, Night of the Living Dead. I saw something
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that
He
was
worked
his
on,
jam.
One of the Nightmare on Elm Streets he worked on. But it's seriously, this would take so much research. So go look it up on IMDb.
Yeah, it's a great restaurant.
Jerry just caught me walking in the middle of the street, and
It's okay,
to my defense, in Woodbury,
That's what they
there
did
were
in
not
Woodbury.
cars
There were.
driving down the street. Cool. Let's go.
Actually, no. Alexandria is this way. Let's go to Alexandria first. It's an 8-minute walk. You got this. Gently downhill, it says.
What if one of these was Daryl's bike? I'm just kidding. There was a group of bikers eating at the restaurant. That would be so cool.
But you just gotta think, it wasn't just this town that was, or Woodbury wasn't just, that's all of Sonoa. I mean, every season was filmed here in Sonoa. They kept, every season, they just kept obviously changing, whether it was Terminus or Alexandria or the Commonwealth. So, I mean, the Commonwealth is over here too. So.
I'm gonna be honest, this is really getting me in my feels.
Is there a sign down there? Let's go check it out.
You wanna walk down there? What if it's illegal? Let's let this car pass.
Don't go in that way.
Let's let this car pass. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm going. You can stay here.
Let's let all these cars pass. I can't hear you from here. You said Fried Green Tomatoes was also filmed near here? You think these are the railroad tracks from Fried Green Tomatoes? Clearly we don't know that, but we are going to look it up. That looks like a passable bridge on top, like a walkover bridge. It didn't from back there. So is your goal to get down there to read that sign?
Yep.
Okay. When did you get so adventurous? Are you coming with us? You can keep me company. Well, I saw people back there and I almost was like, I should go ask them to go with us because this is kind of creepy.
Well, that's what I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. I just found a picture and I thought, okay, we've been here years ago, so I kind of know.
Oh, so you're visiting too?
Mm-hmm.
We've never been here. We were just driving through town and decided to stop.
We came when they were still filming. And I mean, when all of the walls were still up and everything.
You want to walk with us?
Sure, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. It's kind of creepy. So I'm assuming you're a big Walking Dead fan. So you came during filming?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to?
This spot right here, where all the open area was,
Yes.
that's where all the campers and stuff were.
Oh,
where
okay.
they would get ready, and we did one of the tours. back
Yeah.
then, but
Did you get to see any of like the action?
Mhm.
No.
we saw them coming in and out in buses, and that was fabulous.
That's fun. So cool. This is my husband, Drew.
There's nothing there because it's so long ago.
It's still pretty cool. You can't tell me that even just this shot, even to have a picture right here,
Oh, absolutely.
is pretty cool. So we are on our trek to Alexandria. Who's Diana? Looks like we're getting that straight ahead, the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
It's so cool that this is all right here together.
Yeah, they were like worlds apart on the
Oh yeah.
actual thing.
This is amazing.
Alexandria?
So I'm picturing Judith over here sitting on the steps,
Yep. That's it.
talking to Negan through the window, asking him why he's so evil, why he's so nice to her and mean to everybody else.
I'm surprised too. There's like no signs that say stay away.
Yeah. They're not in it.
Oh, there's one of the walls.
Over here is like a memorial wall, and it's like the
That-
gates, and it says,
Okay, we'll walk over there.
it's like right on the other side of the trees.
Okay. I was wondering if that was a piece of the wall too. It looks like it.
I found something in there today now, just like the stuff that told what houses were here, but I didn't think you could walk after this.
It's crazy.
We have to be careful because people live in these homes now. But we are thinking these are the walls to Alexandria.
Yeah, right up here.
Let's check it out. So here we have the pudding house, where Carl finds his jar of pudding that's enough for a family of 50 and decides to eat the whole thing himself. That tricycle right there just adds to
Watch out, please.
the creepiness.
Oh, excuse me.
You said 239?
Just another look down the streets of Alexandria. Like I said, people are living in there and they're even adding on, so you can't go in, but this whole neighborhood is just amazing. The Pudding House. So this is Alexandria. Right here to my left is Woodbury. And then right here, so you can see this is Alexandria. Right here is the Pudding House where Carl found his pudding and ate it. And the right next to the Pudding House is the house where Carl and Rick, I believe, camped out that time when Rick was comatose for a few days, I think. So right here is the memory wall that they had in Alexandria of everyone that had died and they wanted to remember them. So we're walking up here to see this. Pretty cool. There's our friend right there. Lynn. Alexandria gates. These gates stood at the northwest entrance to the Alexandria Safe Zone, later known as Outpost 22 of the Commonwealth. This display was made possible by the generosity of AMC Networks. First of all, I'm going to do the gates, but this wall and this whole building where they've got this displayed. Outpost 22, the Commonwealth. I'm going to go close and then back up. Commonwealth. So very cool. There's our water tower up there.
I thought it was after Nick and Warren's mornings and when I came out. Of Woodbury.
It's so cool too that they're filming location scouts found in a place like this. You can own a piece of property. Any Alexandria houses?
Not that I can see.
I feel like this was on the tour stop. And Andrea and somebody were in this alleyway talking.
This is yeah, they might open.
Workshop.
Wow. Let me take a step back and see where we're at. Fried Green Tomatoes was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Let's see what we got on this one. Driving Miss Daisy. What do we got over here? Killers. Killers. What's at your feet?
Drop Dead Diva.
Drop. I love Drop Dead Diva. The Woodbury shop. This is official AMC property. Please do not sit on the dental chair. This would have been where Andrea was handcuffed. Oh, look, they're showing us up here. Scenes. So we know. Wow. And there's our friend, Norman Reedus. Glenn and Maggie notes. Carol's purse. There's definitely a lot to be seen here. Rick's face mask. Season 1, Episode 2. Rick's handcuffs. Rick's walkie-talkie. Rick's sheriff patch. Merle's saw for his hand. Guys.
What?
Okay, I missed that one.
Merle's saw.
That is dope.
Herschel's Bible.
And his pocket watch that
Aw.
Glenn carried around.
R.I.P. friend. Andrea's gift for Amy. Daryl's cigarettes. That's so cool. All right, what do we got?
You got the costume.
Rick and Lori Grimes. What'd you find?
Negan's jacket.
Negan's jacket, season 9.
Wow.
Daryl's saddlebag. Rick's prison phone. That's cool. And Daryl's crossbow. Seasons 1 through 3. Judith's applesauce jar. Ooh, episode 1. Little girl's teddy bear. What do we got here? Map. Michonne and Daryl. I don't think you can see those, but I'm saying Daryl's costume, Michonne's costume. We got prison guard costume. And lots of autographs. All right, are we going downstairs?
You're cool too.
All right.
Look at all this time posters.
And down we go. That's not creepy at all. That's Alpha Mask, Drew.
Yeah.
Speaking of the pudding house, this is so funny. It's a pudding lunchbox.
Oh yeah.
This is the size of the pudding jar, which is literally as big as his hat. That's so funny. I love that they made it a lunchbox. Main Cell Block Season 3 and 4 on loan from AMC Kids Bedroom in episode 409. We are headed back over to the train tracks because I was right. This is the filming location for Fried Green Tomatoes. So the train tracks we were on earlier is where
Buddy lost his life.
Buddy got hit by a train, and
Stupid hat. All for a hat.
right above it is the bridge where she lost her hat, and that's the reason he ran down to the train tracks to get her hat. But right next to that is the house where the wedding was taking place to begin with, the Threadgood house, where Iggy, aka Mary Stuart Masterson, lived and grew up. And we're gonna walk over here and check it out because, like I said, as a kid, I just loved this movie. This is a beautiful view of the Threadgood house, the bridge. Please don't lose your hat. Stop it.
That was me getting stuck.
Over here.
He got stuck right there.
And gets stuck in the train tracks. And everybody runs from the house. They run from the house.
You know, it's funny on The Walking Dead.
And Iggy was never the
They
same.
were always walking on these tracks. Always. These same exact tracks, and their foot never got stuck.
That's really crazy when you think about it, though. I'll never watch Walking Dead the same way. And I'll know every time they're walking the tracks, every time they're headed towards Terminus, that's where Buddy Threadgood died.
That's like this direction with it grown up like that. That looks super creepy. I think that also answers your question. Is this a working railroad?
They should do like Halloween haunts out here.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so
Yeah,
creepy.
because this was also the same bridge that was used in Pet
Also,
Cemetery.
stand next to it. This is how high they've got this, and I had to climb to reach over the top of it.
Pet Cemetery, right here.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What a fun day. Drew, thanks for stopping and waking me up to
Living our
get
best
here.
life, kid.
It's amazing. I actually have a lot of feelings about being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's time to go, and
No quotas though.
well, I know, but like I feel sad about it. Like I feel sad about going. Never been here before,
Yeah.
but we spent a lot of time with the people that lived in these towns. I'm being serious. When
No, I
you
get you.
when you get attached to characters as a show, one, it's sad because when the show is over, the characters are gone. I know they were pretend, but anyone that dorks out over any kind of fandom
We invested your
knows
life into
knows what I'm talking about. You start feeling like they're your friends. And even sometimes I've been known to say, like, when I'm binge watching something and then I leave, like I've been known to say, like, you know, I miss Daryl, you know? What are you thinking about? I miss Daryl. I kind of wish I could go home and spend some time with Daryl. You know, you start missing them like friends. So anyways, that's gone. Show is over.
Oh yeah, there's hardly there's not a lot of signs.
But I mean, you've
But-
already said goodbye to them. So then you get the chance to be here and feel like you're spending a little bit of time with them. And you see like where they seeing the walls of Alexandria.
Yeah, I mean
They're
that
laying
is-
on the ground gone.
Well, they're laying there, but at the same time, it's like even though everything's gone, most everything's gone, it's like you can look over there and you're like, that's where they had Negan in the
prison,
jail.
yeah.
And literally, you can point at the direction. I mean, you could probably walk over there, but obviously, we don't want to be those people. But you can walk over there where Judith was sitting down talking to Negan through the thing. It's
Nice that even, I could tell walking down those train tracks, like all the different places we were walking. But my point in being sad is you've already said goodbye to these characters.
Yeah.
And then you're here and you get like that rush. And now it's time to say goodbye and go home. And it feels a little sad because I feel like I'm saying bye to them again. But, you know, I guess that's why you have streaming. I can go home and watch The Walking Dead.
But you know what else? You know what else? This whole time I keep doing this.
There's nothing in it.
And but I feel so Hollywood right now. I'm even doing the gulps and like smacking my lips.
Are you acting
But it's
right now?
completely empty. But that's what you know how like you're always watching a show
And you can tell when there's
and
nothing in the cup.
They get handed an empty.
Oh, it's the
coffee
worst
cup.
when somebody like grabs a full cup of coffee
Yeah.
and they're like, and you're like, there's nothing in the cup. How hard is it to put coffee or water or tea
Wait,
in the
watch
cup?
this. Watch me sell this. It's good.
You know what made that not real for me? You know what made that not
What?
real for me? You didn't spill it on yourself.
Oh. Well, there you have it. There's our trip to Sonoa, Georgia. We're also like, we're not going because you can't get anywhere near it. But we're like 20 something miles from Trilla Studios, which is where all the
Prison?
Marvel,
Oh, the Marvel, okay.
That's where all the Marvel films have been filmed.
I was
Everything.
confused because you said like right down that
Well,
road
there's several
is the prison
studios
from
around
Walking
here. There's
Dead.
also Raleigh Studios, which is where they do most of the television shows around here. So the prison, like they did some of the out of the prison out here, but like all the end scenes of the prison was at Raleigh Studios, which is like 15 miles. Like there's like 3 different studios, like just within. It's so
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy.
This is the Hollywood of the South.
I
mean,
will say
literally,
this.
Avengers Endgame was filmed 20 minutes from here.
I will say this too. I felt weird. You know, you heard me saying I was hesitant to walk down those steps. I was hesitant to walk down these streets because people live here. Everyone has been so nice.
So nice.
They're used
so
to
used to
they. So they're used to people being here filming. They're used to tourists coming to see them. Everyone that has, there was the lady that we met. She was literally walking in the middle of the street and a car drove by and I thought they were going to yell at her. They slowed down and waved at her.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
so
the
like,
lady that was, we were at the Fried Green Tomato House just now, and we were like, normally, like, you know, we're walking around, she's working with her landscaper.
she turned around and waved
She
at
turned
us.
around and waved at us.
Like
but
they,
it's not like, get off my property.
yeah, she didn't. They're used to it and they're very kind
Very
about
kind.
it.
Southern
So,
hospitality.
yeah. Anyways, it's
Oh, wait, one more thing. Trilla Studios, I think we're 20 minutes right now from James Gunn and the cast of Superman. I am fairly certain that they're filming pretty close to here as well.
okay.
I'm
Another
just
day.
dorking out. Well, you can't get anywhere near that place. You can't get anywhere near that place. And this is not. I mean, there was a time here, and I'm almost done. There was a time here when you couldn't get near here because it was an active film site, so it's not
So
always
really,
had the access.
directly in front of us, the lady told us is where they
The
had
trailers.
set up the trailers for all of the cast and the crew. Was right across the street from where we're sitting, and that was all fenced off. Thanks for waking me up from a nap.
That's what we do. And in the meantime,
Go dork yourself.
pew pew.